Drag with Remedy. Ballyhoo, ballyhoo. The Passion Project continues. My name is Remedy Robinson. I'm a linguist, published author, and a sentimental fool. And this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and the art of understatement as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern-day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with Possession from Get Happy, released in 1980. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello. It's a perennial piece, a wonderful example of jaunty cognitive dissonance. It's an all-time favorite that I'm certain many fans have a soft spot for. At 2 minutes and 2 seconds, this seems to support its rather slim 100 or so words. But with so many double meanings and sleights of hand, it's so much bigger, weightier, and does so with Mr. Costello's signature witty aplomb. If there's anything that you want, if there's anything that you need, there's no need to be evasive. Money talks and it's persuasive. Possession. Money talks. Has a truer statement ever been uttered? Along with the nice repetition of the first two lines that act as its own rhyme to start with, the familiar rhyming a word with itself, in this case, need, starts us off with a bang. Rhyming the adjectives of evasive and persuasive sets up the punchline of the money-driven possession well. Possession, the word remains out there on its own island, with no further explanation given. We all know and feel the myriad definitions just by the mere mention of the word itself. Repeated twice more after each verse, it's a charming chorus that allows time for the mind to dwell or to wander from definition to definition as we so desire. Now you're sending me your best wishes, signed with love and vicious kisses. You lack lust, you're so lackluster. Is that all the strength you can muster? Possession. The echo of the consonants of the S sound abounds in this amazing verse. Sending, signed, vicious, kisses, so, is, strength, muster, possession. 9 words out of 28. I could live in this verse for a week. Best wishes, signed with love and vicious kisses. Oh, it's a feline on its best day. The sexual energy smolders and sparks. Then, perhaps one of the most understated use of an overwhelming wordplay, you lack lust, you're so lackluster. This is a fantastic time for a quick overview of morphology to demonstrate how genius these lines truly are. Morphology, broadly speaking, concerns itself with the forms of words, the prefixes, suffixes, and the like. A morpheme is a word's minimal unit. The word new, for instance, is a free morpheme, as it can stand on its own. The suffix er, on the other hand, is a bound inflectional morpheme that cannot stand on its own. Together, the free and bound morphemes form the word newer. Okay, so then there are compound words such as goodbye and lackluster. They combine two free morphemes. The words good and bye are able to stand on their own, as do lack and luster. The er in the word luster, meaning to shine, is not a bound morpheme. It's part of a free morpheme and cannot be removed without having its meaning altered. And that's where the genius of this wordplay is found. To lack lust, to be missing a sexual drive, can very well be described as lackluster, sure, but who but a genius can dissect and reassemble words and phrases to fit this narrative in such a short span of time? The message comes through loud, clear, and ironically, sparkling and very, very sexy. Now, of course, I should mention that I've only scratched the surface of morphology, but I hope this explained it well for this purpose. Even when we are out of touch, now I know that I've seen too much, seen too much. Oh, the beautiful contradictions that flow throughout this piece. The repetition of seen too much feels a bit shell shocked, a bit dazed in nature. But it's this final verse coming up that perhaps cements itself as the darling of Mr. Costello's early work. So I see us lying back to back. My case is closed, my case is packed. I'll get out before the violence, or the tears, or the silence. Possession. Spun from pure conjecture, this is an entire love affair played out in the span of minutes. All imagined. The double meaning of case courses with energy. An argument has ensued. The only rational conclusion seems to have been arrived at through that closed case. Then the escape from one or more of the violence or the tears or the silence, all killers of their own making, in combination, a lethal dose. Possession is a timeless, arty, witty piece that stands up to scrutiny well. It also holds up well when, as opposed to more ethereal pieces, the origins and arc of this piece are laid out for us. From the liner notes of the 1989's Girls, 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 we're told that this piece is, quote, another drunken composition, or is it decomposition? On the run from a cleverly isolated Dutch studio, we sought excitement in a small cafe. Sure enough, I started to fall in love with a waitress, but was hustled back to work before the trouble began. I began my protestations of desire in the taxi, and although other grim thoughts came to my mind, the song was complete by the time we reached the studio. Naturally, we recorded it right away. Unquote. Dig it. Again, this has been a slow drag with Possession from 1980's Get Happy. That's Get Happy with 2 exclamation points, so you know it's emphatic as well as disingenuous. Cited so often as many fans' favorite album, with 20 tracks on the original release and 31 tracks on the re-release, there is something for everyone to love on this album. Even the music video for Possession is as charming and is as likable as the song itself. The sneer, the matter-of-fact delivery. Pete Thomas saluting a policeman out the window before returning to drumming in perfect time on the back of the front seat. The shot toward the end, where we see for just a second how the car Steve Naive has been driving all this time is actually being towed on a flatbed. All this represents the wonderful smoke and mirrors feeling that is enjoyable to be pleasantly duped by. And that's it for today's slow drag, my friend. Thank you for listening. I encourage you to re-listen to episode 15 of Slow Drag with Remedy, A Villain in a Million. It's a slow drag with Riot Act, as well as episode 28, The Face of Your Affection, a slow drag with A Man Called Uncle. Both episodes are slow drags with more gems from Get Happy. Please follow us on Twitter at Slow Drag Remedy. We follow back. Please also visit our companion blog for transcripts and references included in each episode. Everyone has a podcast, it's true, and I am proud to say that this one's mine. Thank you for helping to get the word out about this little passion project. Truly, it means the world. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow drag with Remedy.